Hello and welcome back to another video here in the LEGO Room. I hope you are well. Today we are going back to the roots of the channel with the LEGO Star Wars theory, and for those of you that are new here, this is very much how we sort of started out a couple of years ago on the channel. And if you are new here, please do drop a like on the video and please do consider subscribing. It will be sincerely appreciated and it does help us out. And back in the day we actually started to sort of theorize about why we haven't seen potential LEGO sets, what we could potentially see in the future, why maybe haven't seen things before, and what the future could hold. And I wanted to speak about sort of on the back of the news of the $1,000 £800+ Death Star that we'll be getting on October the 3rd, and I'm not going to go into that in this particular video, but it did get me thinking about the Death Star of the prequels. Of course, I mean the Trade Federation control ships, and I did mention this in a video a year or so ago when I talked about the future of the mid-scale collection, or at that time the Starship collection, and we've had some sort of new and interesting sort of things that are going to be added to the mid-scale range, of which I covered a couple in the sort of January leak video. And this is something that I mentioned as a potential mid-scale set about a year or so ago, and I sort of wanted to circle back as to why maybe we haven't seen a Trade Federation LEGO set so far. I know we've of course had separatist builds and lots of different separatist ships, but we've never actually seen a buildable version of the Trade Federation control ship. And as I said about a year ago, I do think that the sort of best way to do this would be in the mid-scale lineup, and some kind of way of getting it to float, kind of like you saw with the Death Star gift with purchase, which ironically is the item that is just directly behind me that you can never quite see in shot. And I think that it would be suited to something of this size, probably slightly bigger and slightly more fleshed out, and it certainly wouldn't be a surprise to me to see that. Maybe it could be a gift with purchase as well, just like this Death Star 2 was. I just can't see them making anything bigger than that. I think it would require a lot of pieces. It's not something quite as iconic as that Death Star, and even now with the Death Star, they're finding new ways to try and reinvent the wheel, as it were. It certainly appears as though we're going to get a very different version of the Death Star. I should say, I'm recording this before we've got the official images of what it looks like. We've only got the sort of horror story description of what we think that it will look like. So this video may or may not age very well. Yes, I'm just in the process of editing this video, and it strikes me that I really need to get better at doing a video and then editing it straight away, because since I did that video 2 weeks ago, the one we're watching right now, in those 2 weeks we've seen the images of kind of what it's going to look like, not the official ones, but we know what it's going to look like, and obviously more of a diorama based Death Star. When we do get the official images, I will do a video all about it once we've got the LEGO licensed images. Back to the video. But the only other sort of option that I saw as a potential set for a Trade Federation control ship set is of course a play scale or master builder series set, and I covered at the very start of the year a couple of ideas that I would like to see for a master builder series set, and I never actually got onto the fact that I think the interior of the Trade Federation ship would potentially be something that would be really nicely suited to an MBS set. This of course is because you could potentially see the interior scenes from the beginning of the Phantom Menace with Qui-Gon, with Obi-Wan, with Newt Gonray and the Viceroy of the Trade Federation. You could of course also get in Anakin's Naboo starfighter somewhere in there as well. That is something that would potentially lend itself to an MBS set, kind of like you saw with the Cloud City set a few years ago as well. We've got different scenes in different rooms, and I do think that is something that potentially they could look at doing in a play scale or MBS set. So just a little bit of food for thought, and something I thought I'd outwork in video form with you guys today. If you think this is a good idea, do let me know in the comments below, and if there's something that is maybe I'm missing with the Trade Federation set that maybe you'd like to see in there, or maybe a different type of set, maybe something MBS that is more Geonosis based. I know in the MBS video, and if you haven't gone and seen that, go and check it out, because it is a lot of fun. There's certainly some really good stuff in there, so hopefully some stuff that we will see eventually. Anyway, I say that to say that I mentioned the Geonosis Arena in that set, and I do think the Geonosis Arena would be something that would be really good. And of course, whilst it's not Trade Federation, you would be getting some sort of Trade Federation characters and some Trade Federation minifigures in there as well, and I do think that is the kind of set that I'd love to see for an MBS set. Anyway, I digress. Go and check that video out, and thank you so much for watching this video. If there's something that you'd like to see, go and drop it in the comments below. Please do keep it kind, keep it respectful. As always, thank you so much for watching. Make sure you go and check out the stream that we're doing on Whatnot. At the time of recording this video, I don't know what will be the next stream that we're doing on Whatnot, but we're always giving away some crazy stuff on Whatnot. We've always got some fantastic Lego deals to be had as well, so go and check that out. Thank you so much for watching. Take care, and I will see you in the very next video. Bye.